means that I might have to go back a little bit to get started again. So I'm counting 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's being streamed live on YouTube now. That I might have to. So I'm going to share the link with you in case you have a colleague that drops off the call or a colleague that wants to watch us live on YouTube. This session is being streamed live on YouTube for everybody to watch. So let me go back to my story for those that just joined us on YouTube, right? I was just talking about the fact that in 2011 to 13, I was unemployed, frustrated as a negotiant, looking for opportunity. In 2013, I met a mentor who told me about the technology industry. And one of the things that my mentor mentioned in 2013, when I met Taufik, was that you can become successful if you get into the technology industry. One of the things he told me was that, see, the good thing with technology industry is that it is so hard to be stranded. Why? Because technology creates opportunities in the economy. So there are more opportunities here and there in technology. Let me give you an example. On an average, based on research, every day, people are registering 10,000 technology companies every single day, on an average, based on research. So what it means is that there are global opportunities in tech, but my job today is to help you unravel and demystify what technology as an industry is, so that you can really understand what that industry really means. Now, the first thing I'm going to mention is this. The technology industry, in terms of value creation, is like every other industry. I'll take a pause there because I want you to think about what I just mentioned. The tech industry, in terms of creating value, is like every other industry. Every other industry out there. The tech industry, in terms of creating value, is like every other industry. See, I bought this book because someone created this book. The same person that created this book may not be the same person that designed this book, may not be the same person that marketed the book, that sold the book. So this book got to me because someone created it, someone designed it, someone published it, someone marketed it, and then the book got to me and I bought the book and I exchanged money to get the book. Now, I bought one of my colleagues brought me, may God bless her for me. She brought me an entire basket of fruits. Now, think about it. Someone planted that fruit. Someone, stored them somewhere. Another person moved them from maybe the north to the south. Another person sold the fruit to her. She packaged the book, she sells it, the fruit, she sells it to me. Every industry is value creation. Tech, non-tech, every industry is about creating value. So the technology industry is also about creating value. That's one of the things you need to know, that just like every other industry, the technology industry is also about creating value. In technology industry, we sell things too. We sell things. So now we are selling a mobile app that helps you to do something. Then you buy the mobile app, you pay for it. The technology industry is about, value creation. There's transaction going on in every business that is in the technology industry. Because there are transactions going on in every business that is in the technology industry, they need you. Every technology business is about transaction and value creation. It's about creating values. That's what it's about. Every technology business is about creating value. And because they create value, they need people like you to come join them to boost the economy to create more value. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, number one thing you need to remember is that every business in the technology industry is about creating value. And as long as you're creating value, you need talent, you need people to join you to create that value for you. Now, when I now talk about value creation, in technology, there are two different ends of people, or the two different types of people that work in technology industry. And this is where you need to jot things down. This is where you need to jot things down. Remember that this is a session to help you understand the way the technology industry works. The first thing I need to mention is this. Technology industry is about creating value. The second thing you need to know is this. There are two types of people in every technology business. There are people that focus so much on the business side of the technology. There are people that focus on the technical side of the technology. There's a business side of the technology. There's a technical side of the technology. Are you following me, please? Are you following me, guys? If you're following me, just drop in the comment section, in the comments room, yes. Let me know if you're following me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good, good, good. I see that you're following me already. Now, let me also mention that if you check your Zoom platform, you will see on the Zoom platform that you could actually thumb up, you could clap, you could throw love, you could laugh. You know, we've made the emojis there. Thanks to Zoom. Zoom have made the emoji so you can try it out if you're using your device right now. Just try it. You can use the clapping. Victor is raising up his hand. You can use the thumb up. Good, 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 good. I see that you guys are charging up gradually. That's interesting. Now, in technology, there are two different types of people. There are people who don't like to code. So every time you hear about tech, one of the mistakes people make is thinking that tech is about coding. No. I don't know how to write a single code. So tech is not about coding alone. There's a business side of tech, and there is a technical side of tech. The business side of tech, the technical side of tech. So I'm going to pick them one after the other. And then I will demystify each of them and unravel each of them. The business side of tech focuses majorly on trying to ensure that whatever is created in the business is created for the customer. Whatever is created in the business is created for the customer. Now, think about creation as planting fruits, right? Whatever is created in the technology industry is created not so that the farmer can eat all the fruit alone, but so that the farmer can sell the fruits. So number one thing you need to know is that in tech, we have people who are product managers. Their job is to make sure that whatever product that we are selling to customer is well built, is well developed, is created well. That product can provide value to the customer. That is the job of a product manager, to ensure that the products can create value to the customer. Now, a product manager is someone who now begin to work with, so see product manager as a manager of the product. That person works with every other person on the team to ensure that whatever product that is being developed, the product is designed, is developed, is built for who? For the customers. Remember, I had mentioned that the technology industry is a value creation industry. So the product needs to be built for the customer. Somebody wants to use the product, and nobody in this room wants to use a shitty product. Nobody in this room wants to use a bad product. So the job of the product manager is to ensure that the product is good for the customer, number one. On the business side of tech, we have people who now take the products to the markets to ensure that whatever product is built, the product is seen by the customers as good. So their job is to ensure that the customers are excited about the products. Those guys are called product marketers. Are you following? They're called product marketers. They are the ones. Okay, I see Olaomi is following me now. I see she's nodding, right? Are you sure you are nodding or you are getting into gallop? So I know that you are in the car because I saw you do that. I'm like, is she nodding or the car is bouncing? Which of the two? I'm going to be sure that the car is okay. Good. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thank you. Now, as I was saying, the product manager builds the products. The product marketer takes the product that is built to market. But remember that the product manager is not the one that actually builds the product in reality, but is the one that leads everyone that is working on the product. Let me give you an example. I have an idea. My idea is someone like Olaomi that is driving home and Eunice that is in the office, right? And I see that Julius is also in the office. I want you, Eunice, are you in the office? Wave if you're in the office. Eunice, you are home. You're home. Okay, good, good. Never mind. Don't let me stress you too much. So Eunice, Julius, Olaomi, they are not home. But I want them to be able to control the gadgets at home. Julius is not home, right? Oh, Julius, are you home? Oh, Julius is home. Yeah, Julius is home. So let's assume that you guys are not home. I want you guys to be able to control the gadgets at home. So sometimes I have Netflix on my system, and then Netflix on my TV, and then I have internet, my Wi-Fi. My friend comes to greet me, uses my Wi-Fi. It's okay to use my Netflix because the data, there's no data on my Netflix. The data cannot finish. We now use my internet to watch King of Boys Part 1. You watch Part 2 with my internet. And now get back home, I realize that you've exhausted my internet. I won't be happy with you. So I want to create a solution, which is a mobile app. A mobile app that can help me to on and off my gadget at home. So I don't want Olaomi who comes to greet me at home to open my fridge. Because Olaomi wants to go and take my fruit in the fridge. I can control my fridge from home, from wherever I am. That's the product I want to build, for instance. That is the product. The person who thinks about the product, the person who does the research, will this product survive if we build it? Will the product make money? What are we even building? How will customers use it? That person that is thinking about the product is the product manager. The same guy is the guy who now begins to look for people that will build the product with him. So he now starts to shop for everyone that will build it with him. Oh, I need a developer. I need a designer. I need a this, I need a that. He works with them for 6 months. He guides them. He leads them. He challenges them. He's the same guy who is scheduling calls with them every morning. Guys, where are we with our product? What have we built? Show me what you've done. He's the one that is also trying to dissolve choke points that they have. That is the product manager. When that product is built, the person who picks the product and takes it to market to ensure that the product is doing well in the market is the product marketer. Right? That is the person, product marketer. Right. Now, it gets exciting. The guy who designs the product, design, not develop. The guy who designs the product. What do I mean by design? The guy who says this button should be here, this button should be here. Oh, this icon should be red, this one should be yellow. Excuse me. This should be white. This should have a shaded background. That guy is a designer. We call those kind of people UI UX designers, right? They are the ones who conceptualize what should be developed. Now, the guys, now I'm coming. Eunice, follow me, follow me, follow me, they go. We are going, right? Are you following me? We are on a journey. Now, the guy, so when you design, your job is to make sure that whatever you design is usable. How many of you on this call have ever downloaded an app and you are really struggling to know where the sign up button is? Like, where's the sign up button now? I can't find the sign up button. That, they will say, good. God, I wish I could give people grace from this place, because I'm seeing that people are following me. You know, that product does not have a good designer. You know, when you download a product or a software and then you realize that you are struggling with something, you don't even know where to pay. I downloaded an app. I wanted to pay. I couldn't find a place to pay. I'm like, wow, pay should be made easiest, because that is why they are in business, Abi. That product does not have a good designer. So a designer is the person, we call them UI UX. What do I mean by UI UX? I mean the UI is user interface. The look, the feel, right, is the UX, the experience. User interface is, where should this button be placed? Where should this button is? Where should this be? Where should that be? You know, the UX is the experience that I have, right? Now listen to me. A UI UX person is not the person that builds. It's only the person that what designs. So a UI UX person designs the look and the feel. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Can I share my screen, Dash? Because I want my guys to really, really follow me, right? I want my guys to follow me, and I see that people are following me already. Right. I want to share my screen. Dash, God bless you. Right? I want to share my screen. Now, can you see this guy? His name is Rex. He's my designer. His name is Rex. He's my designer. Can you see my chat with him? I was asking him, I was saying, can I share this? What is the this now? This is the this. Can I share this? Sorry, let me close this button. Can I share this? You know, I said, can I share this with Abayomi? I was asking him, can I share this with Abayomi? That means that his own job is finished. He is the one who designs. He designed this whole thing. He designed it. You understand? His job is to design. Now, this is useless because this cannot do anything. If I click on enroll now, it can't do anything. I'm clicking on enroll now. It can't do anything because this is just a design. Now, this design moves from a designer, because the designer only designs. He now leaves the designer to the developer. Then the developer will now do what? Will now build it. Are you following me? Amen? Okay, good. I see that Olawumi is here. Good. So the designer designs, right? The developer will now build it. Now listen to me. When the developer builds it, the job is not done. The job is not done. So let's say, for example, remember the same app we are trying to build, the app that can control your entire gadgets remotely. Let's call it Remoter. Remoter. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Eyitayo. I'm the founder of Remoter. Remoter is a mobile app that can control your gadgets from anywhere. Right? That's a solution we're trying to build, Remoter. My designer has designed. Now, the developer develops it. Let me ask you an intelligent question here. Who confirms if what the designer has designed is good to go to the developer? Who does that? Write it in the chat. The first person that gets the answer. Product manager, where's Michael? Michael, put on your video. Where's Michael? Come on. Where's Michael? Michael was the first person. Michael, put on your video and wave. Blessing is coming to my, oh, is Michael going to miss the Michael, where? Good, I see you, Michael. I'm giving you a 50% scholarship into our product school. Michael, giving you 50% scholarship into our product school. If you're interested in doing product management, that is very intelligent. Remember that the person that owns the product is the product manager. So make sure your finger is fast, because I'm giving out some blessing in this place. You know, I'm turning this into Utiva ministry. Blessing is going out. So be ready to tap into the blessing. Be ready. And what am I saying? The product manager owns the products. So whatever you design needs to be confirmed by the product manager if it is ready to go or not. Now, when the designer designs, it passes it to who? The programmer, who is the software developer. That person now begins to what? To write the code according to what has been designed. It has to be according to what has been designed. Now, let's now say, for instance, the developer is trying to develop a page, but the developer now realizes that what the designer designs is not achievable. Who makes the final judgment call if they should go and redesign or they should move on like that? Product manager, thank you. Product manager, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See that people are woken now. Now, as we're moving on, the designer designs, passes to the developer. The developer has developed. But do you think that what the developer has developed is 100% good? No. We have to test. We have to test. That is where a software tester comes. You know, a software tester is now the person that begins to test the software, you know, to ensure that the software is really ready to go. Now, they have different metrics they use for testing. We call them QA guys, you know, quality assurance, making sure that what has been built is actually ready to go. Can it work in this country, work in another country? Can it work under different conditions? You know, and the page is loading, That is the job of a so-called quality assurance guy. Now, it becomes a little bit more interesting because that the software has been built and has been tested. Listen, guys, that the software has been built and has been tested does not mean that it's available to you and I. Am I correct? Now, think about it. Some guys are building software as I'm talking to you, but we don't have access to it because it has not been deployed to the cloud, right? It has not been deployed to the cloud. So the software or the mobile app is not available to yourself and myself, to you and myself. We don't have access to it. So the guys that ensure that it is properly and effectively developed to the cloud and it stays in the cloud and it does not, you know, it does not have a downtime. How many of you on this call has tried to access a website and you see that the website is not accessible because there's a downtime, right? That is the job of a cloud administrator. That's the job of a cloud administrator. Now, I'm going somewhere. We're going somewhere, right? Now, the guys, so the technology industry is a very robust industry. Some guys sit down in technology. Their job is to ensure that the data that the software that we build or the website that we build, the data that we generate is effectively used to ensure that we are intelligently making decisions as a company. Those guys are data engineers or data scientists. So the data scientist guys are the guys that are extracting data. And now remember that I'm trying to demystify so that you can understand. The data guys are the guys that are saying, okay, you know, how many people are using our mobile app in Nigeria? How many people are using our mobile app in the UK? How many guys are using it in the US? You know, the guys that are using it in the US, where in the US are they based? How many of them are male and female? How many of them are making payments? How many of them are dropping off and they're not making payment? You know, analyzing the situation and predicting predicting into the future, so that the organization can be more effective, right? With the way they do things, those guys are they are data guys. We call them data scientists or data analysts. There's another guys. Some guys now ensure that your data is not compromised, that hackers cannot hack you. For example, if you're because think about it for a minute. This same product that we just talked about, what's the name again? The name of our product that we are trying to build here. So we gave it a name. Remota. Good. Remota. Our technology company, Remota. Now, this technology company now becomes big. Remember that same company that Eyitayo founded in September 3rd, 2021, just by talking to people on the call. Remember those days, right? We're on the call, on Zoom call. That company now becomes big, 190 staff with very, very huge infrastructure. The software is used by, people from over, 30 countries. You want to ensure that the data of that solution is not hackable, is not compromised. That is the job of cybersecurity, guys. And I can continue to tell you about the different roles that are in the technology industry. There are jobs and roles I can continue to tell you about the jobs in the technology industry. It's like it never ends, right? It never ends. There's so many opportunities in this industry. Now, but one of the things I want you guys to really, really understand is that the tech industry is there to help you flourish. That's the job of the technology industry, right? The tech industry is to help you flourish. Now, the question people are asking me is this: I don't have a background in technology. Can I excel? Can I become successful in this industry? I don't have a background in the industry. Now, let me tell you, no offense, the tech industry is not for tech people. That's not it. The tech industry is not for tech people. The tech industry is for everyone. Sorry about that. I put up my video for a minute. The tech industry is for everyone, regardless of where you are coming from. I can tell you for free, the best guys that I know in tech today did not study computer science. They did not have any single background in tech. They moved into tech, they were hardworking, and they became successful. I'll give you an example of one of them. One of my friends, she just relocated to the UK. She studied microbiology. She made a third class in the university. Studied microbiology, third class in the university, graduated, started with an agency company in marketing. She was marketer with an agency company. She moved into product management, began to learn product management. Foster, am I telling your story? Because you just put up your video. Oh my God, I'm telling you a story. Interesting. This my friend made a third class. It's still flashing in my head. She was so frustrated, went into agency marketing, left agency marketing, told me, Eyitayo, I don't want to do this thing again. Sorry, I don't want to use wrong language. I wanted to say, I don't want to do this shit again. That's what she's like. I don't want to do this thing again. I want to move into tech, started learning product management, and boom, she moved from product management. She started to do well in the technology industry. That's the kind of stories that excite me. That's the kind of stories that excite me. The story of, success. I mean, these stories are everywhere around us. They are everywhere around us. The only thing I need to mention to you is that remember that these guys are not, they're not magicians. It requires learning. It requires being intentional. It requires, being interested in something. It requires a lot of paying attention and being willing to learn. And then gradually, before you know it, you pivot, and then you're doing well. I know people, this is not joke. These are real stories. Let me give you another story of someone. This guy, I know him well. I don't want to scroll up first. University of Ilorin, zoology, animal biology, 2013. Yinka. You know, Yinka left after school, started to become on-air personality radio hosts. How does zoology have to do with online personality radio hosts? Then became community manager. Then customer success, product manager at Paystack. That's the story of tech people. That's the story of tech people. That's how tech people move. That's how I can continue to tell you stories and stories of people that I know that in their previous life, they were not excited about their job. They wanted something more. They pivoted, boom, into new industry, into new space. You know, because technology requires three things. And those are the three things I'm going to share with you today. And I'll round up expecting you guys to ask me some questions. Oh, Paystack. Paystack is one of the largest, financial technology companies, one of the largest, if not one of the two largest financial technology companies in Nigeria. I'm sure most of us on this call must have used Paystack without knowing. If you've ever bought anything online, the platform that you put your card when you were buying online is probably Paystack. If it's not Paystack, it is what's it called? Flutterwave. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is this: three major things if you want to get into technology and you really want to do well in tech. Number one is this: remember that you have to learn. That's the basic. You have to learn a skill. That's the basic. You have to learn a skill. And number two is that when you learn, you have to practice what you have learned. You have to practice what you have learned. And how do you practice? Because sometimes, oh, my video has been off. So sometimes you don't get a job immediately, right? You don't get a job immediately when you learn a skill. Sometimes you don't get a job immediately when you learn a skill. You have to remember that you have to practice. How do you practice? Sometimes you practice by just working on small projects here and there to continue to improve yourself, to continue to demonstrate. Number two, you can get an internship. Number three, you can find a mentor that will hold your hand and guide you. You must find a mentor that can hold your hand and guide you. Number four is that you can take a volunteering opportunity, volunteering role. But the first thing is that you have to learn. Number two, when you are learned a skill, you have to do more than learning. You have to start to practice the things that you have learned. Number three, which I think is the most important of them all, you have to build relationship. In the technology industry, you have to build relationship. Go out there. And that is why Utiva is a great platform for you. Why? Because on this call, if you are smart, you could meet 5 people. And that's the last game I'm going to play before I release you. The last game I'm going to play. And I'll ask Desh if I have the grace to play that game. So I want you to meet at least 3 people before you leave this call. And that's what Utiva gives you as a value. Relationship is important. Relationship is important in tech. Relationship is important in tech. Right. Relationship is very important. Don't joke with relationship. 3 things: learn a skill, practice the skill, build relationship. 3 major things you want to do. Right. So what I want you to do now is this. I'm going to throw you guys into different random rooms. Throw you guys into different random rooms. We have 190 people on this call. So I'm going to create a room for 15 people. We have